A new product 55 appears. This is the third Lancet from Zala Aero this year alone. But about that right after we list the most interesting events that happened in our country during the week. So, a special purpose unit in the Novosibirsk and Samara regions received a batch of modernized Russian Kornet D-1 anti-tank missile systems. The D-1 Kornet is designed to defeat modern and advanced armored vehicles equipped with dynamic protection, fortifications, enemy manpower, low-speed air and surface targets at any time of day in difficult weather conditions. Microvis has imported a microwave frequency converter device. The development is applied in modern satellite and space communication systems. Microvis, which manufactures production low-noise microwave frequency converters, receives high-frequency signals and converts them to low-frequency signals that can be processed to obtain the transmitted information and vice versa. Murom Machine Building Plant is preparing to start production of import substituting parts for Kamaz electric buses, AURUS cars and agricultural machinery. The total budget of the project reaches 2.5 billion rubles. The plant will build a production facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Alter has developed a versatile track-based robotic platform that can be used in emergency and rescue operations. The localization of production is about 90%. The crawler-based platform has a wide range of applications, from inspection control and engineering reconnaissance to emergency, firefighting, emergency recovery and other specialized indoor and field work. The construction of the first stage of the inter-university campus was completed in Ufa. This will be Russia's first world-class campus. It is being built in the historic center of the city and meets the highest standards of university environment development. On the area of 146,000 square meters will appear educational and residential premises, laboratories and scientific centers, business zones and public gardens. In Yakutia, the main works on the construction of an oncodispensary have been completed. The new center will be one of the largest in the Far East, designed for 210 visits per shift. The oncodispensary will receive 50,000 patients annually. The building consists of 4 units. The first one houses a polyclinic with diagnostic equipment. The second one has 6 operating theaters and 4 intensive care rooms. The third and fourth ones house a 180-bed hospital. In Novosibirsk, employees of NSTU at TI have created a biogel that extends the shelf life of fruit at room temperature by 3 times. It can be used to treat fruits directly on the tree, as well as those already in the packing stage. The gel is made of 2 biopolymers and a binding agent is completely flushable with fruit water and safe to use. New nanoparticles for diagnostics of hormones and blood diseases developed by a team of Russian scientists from the Ural Federal University. The development will allow colorless antibodies and antigens to be tinted, and will make the process easier and more accessible. The efficacy of nanozymes has been confirmed by their application in several widely used immunostaining methods. Unique smart beams for police cars, which are able to measure the speed of traffic flow using video from the cameras installed on them, have been developed in Russia. The new video fixation complex will calculate speed by video frames. The system monitors all traffic flow, including oncoming traffic. And now for item 55. Maneuverable, swift, dangerous, all this about the new Zala Aero product. You can be angry at anyone this year for unreasonable expectations. Many are angry at the tank builders who have not shown the long-awaited Armada-based T-14 tank in all its glory and to all those who have been waiting for it. Some are angry at the artillery developers, whose much-anticipated coalition is only now entering the series. And even the aircraft builders, who fully executed the military order. Well, just because you want new airplanes right now and as many as possible. But hardly anyone will turn their tongue to scold the team of like-minded people from Izhevsk, one of our arms capitals. Where Zala Aero, a very little-known aircraft construction company, is located and created until recently. Its founder, Alexander Zakharov, is one of the rare people who came into aircraft construction not from a young age, but as a well-established person with a solid income. But she's had a childhood passion for aviation. The field of drones seemed in the early noughties to be the most win-win long-term investment. And Zakharov, as a man who is no stranger to the sky, expectedly found an area to apply his energy in this high-tech endeavor. And he succeeded relatively quickly. Already since 2005, his company has provided the first drones to our Ministry of the Interior. And back then we learned about the beautiful working drones mainly from the frames of American Chronicles, twirling over Afghanistan like a celestial Kara RQ-1 Predator, visual symbols of the outrunning technological power of the Army of the United States of America. Curiously, 2 decades have passed and the Americans are not that far removed from the same predator in the drone business. But the other players have managed to gain a head start and get very close to them in the meantime. Here, for example, the American Switchblade 600 is considered the Lancet's main competitor in this market. The only sad thing is that both it and its predecessor Switchblade 300 have almost 10,000 launches and below average performance. But back to our Lancets. The Russian military, which had been looking suspiciously at such vehicles, too similar to those that our fathers and grandfathers made in Soviet aircraft modeling circles, finally joined the race. And only thanks to the Lancet can we say that in the field of drones kamikaze is even very successful. At the end of 2021, the first successful combat flight of our already legendary drone was recorded in Syria's Idlib, where it dashingly blew up a pickup truck with a couple of local odious bandits from the band Hayat Tahrir Asham. And then, as they call it, it was on and on. In just 1 year, the Lancet has become a real hit on the military market. However, the drone is not yet legally authorized for sale abroad. And there's a great gray truth to that. But in time, and there's no doubt about it, Zola will have plenty of customers, and hopefully those times are not far off. In the meantime, all kinds of Lancets have piled up so many techniques for every taste that its developers from Canada to Australia are charged with collectively discounting an effective anti-Lancet remedy. But the guys have obvious problems with that, judging by the steadily increasing stats. To date, there have been nearly 900 recorded episodes of use alone. That's an absolute world record, and the fact that it is not recorded by Western military manuals only speaks to the degree of objectivity of the experts sitting there. Most of the swift Lancet jabs resulted in the destruction of Western-style equipment or severe damage to it. And what is especially pleasant, the staff of the hall, as they say, does not rest on its laurels, and every day is engaged in improving existing products and designing new products. The most recent example is Product 55, introduced by the firm on December 29, 2023, well, that is quite recently. The new drone is similar in size to one of the very first Lancet, with the difference that it is even smaller. The combat part is about 2 kilograms, and it has 4 mini-engines. This makes it even more stable with maneuverability on par with the much ballyhooed FPV drones. And now the new compact Lancets will be launched remotely from a container with a large number of cells. There is a vertical takeoff capability. This will provide both safety for the operator and the very swarm of drones that every military in the world is dreaming of today. Lancet also promises that unlike small commercial FPV drones, it is not afraid of NATO's representative systems. So, target search and engagement decision-making is done by the onboard computer. However, manual operation is also available. The result is FPV at maximum and with elements of artificial intelligence. And if someone is upset that the new Lancet has become noticeably smaller and obviously cheaper, I remind you that today on the account of small FPV drones like Ghoul, Vermont 40, Hydrangea and other birds more than 3,000 successful episodes of defeating enemy objects. And there are many more that have been left out of the picture.